After filming Wrapped yesterday, I walked out of the studio and what did I see but a brand new Mythic preview card from the Magic Twitter account. As Foretold is an enchantment for 2 and a blue that says at the beginning of your upkeep, put a time counter on As Foretold. Once each turn, you may pay 0 rather than pay the mana cost for a spell you cast with converted mana cost X or less, where X is the number of time counters on As Foretold. Of course, players took to social media almost immediately to ask if they can cast cards such as Ancestral Vision that don't have casting costs. Matt Tabak posted on Twitter that this interaction does in fact work, and that the rules will not be changed around it. Also on Twitter yesterday, developer Melissa DeTora served up some instant speed removal with SCARAB Feast, a common for a single black that says exile up to 3 target cards from a single graveyard, and it has cycling for a black. Pop culture site IO9 has had preview cards during the release of the last few standard sets, and for Amonkhet they show off 3 new rare Aftermath cards. Rags is a sorcery for 2 black that says all creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn, and Riches is a sorcery for 5 blue that has each opponent choose a creature he or she controls, and you gain control of those creatures. Insult is 2 and a red sorcery that says damage can't be prevented this turn. If a source you control would deal damage this turn, it deals double that damage instead. And the flip side, Injury, is a sorcery for 2 and a red that deals 2 damage to target creature and 2 damage to target player. Finally, Mouth creates a 3/3 green hippo token for 2 and a green, and for 3 and a green, Feed draws you a card for each creature you control with power 3 or greater. That caught us up on yesterday's preview, so let's check out today's. First, due to time zones and whatnot, the folks over at Windmill Slam, who reside in Ireland, released a video preview at way too early o'clock in the morning and showed off REGAL CARACAL. A rare 3/3 cat for 3 white, it gives other cats you control +1/+1 and lifelink, and when REGAL CARACAL enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 white cat creature tokens with lifelink. Make sure to watch through to the end of the video for some fantastic cat-related bloopers. The official Wizards European Instagram account also released an early morning preview with Throne of the God-PHAROH, a rare artifact for 2 that says at the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses life equal to the number of tapped creatures you control. If this card makes a big impact, I'm wondering how often our editors are going to have to change the misspellings of the word pharaoh. Jerry Thompson and Michael Majors take to the Game podcast to reveal a brand new card and a reprint that should help deal with embalmed creatures. Manglehorn is an uncommon 2/2 beast for 2 and a green that says when Manglehorn enters the battlefield, you may destroy target artifact, and artifacts your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. The duo also revealed that Magma Spray is back. A common instant for a red, it deals 2 damage to target creature, and if that creature would die this turn, it gets exiled instead. Originally printed in Shards of Alara, it was reprinted once already in Journey to Nyx. On the Magic homepage today, designer Gavin Verhey shows off 3 new cards with Exert. Watchful Naga is an uncommon 2/2 Naga wizard for 2 and a green that draws you a card if you exert it. Battlefield Scavenger is an uncommon 2/2 Jackal Rogue for 1 and a red that says whenever you exert a creature, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. And the last card previewed by Verhey will also have its artwork appear on the playmat for Grand Prix Richmond, hosted by StarCityGames.com on May 5th through the 7th. Glorybound Initiate is a rare 3/1 human warrior for 1 and a white that gets +1/+3 and has lifelink until end of turn if you exert it. Also on the Magic homepage today, Jacob Van Lunen provides a couple sample decks that will work well with the returning cycling mechanic, and previews a card that will greatly help a cycling deck in Standard. Curator of Mysteries is a rare 4/4 Sphinx for 2 blue that has flying and says whenever you cycle or discard another card, scry 1, and it has cycling for a blue. Remember, when playing this card, you scry first before drawing the card from the cycling. The last Mothership article today comes from Blake Rasmussen and shows off the new cards that are exclusive to the Planeswalker decks. Liliana Death's Wielder costs 5 black and comes into play with 5 loyalty counters. For +2 loyalty, you put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature. -3 lets you destroy target creature with a -1/-1 counter on it, and the ultimate of -10 lets you return all creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Gideon Marshall Paragon is a 5 loyalty walker for a white and 4. His +2 is untap all creatures you control. Those creatures get +1/+1 until end of turn. For 0, he does the usual Gideon thing and becomes a 5/5 human soldier with indestructible until end of turn, and you prevent all damage that would be dealt to him this turn. The -10 ultimate says creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn and tap all creatures your opponents control. Along with the Planeswalkers, each deck comes with a unique rare to search them up. Liliana's Influence is a 4 black sorcery that says, put a -1/-1 counter on each creature you don't control, while Gideon's Resolve is an enchantment for 4 and a white that gives all creatures you control +1/+1. Speaking of Liliana, on Gathering Magic today, Aliantrazi shows off Liliana Death's Majesty. Starting at 5 loyalty for 3 black, her +1 effect creates a 2/2 black zombie creature token and you mill 2. For -3, you can return a creature from your graveyard to play, and it's a zombie in addition to its other types, and her ultimate at -7 says destroy all non-zombie creatures. Stephen Briggs on the Magic Judge blog today showed off a new rare Aftermath card. Failure is an instant for 1 and a blue that returns target spell to its owner's hand, and Comply is a sorcery for a single white that says choose a card name. Until your next turn, your opponents can't cast spells with the chosen name, giving the judges a card named Failure to Comply. Great work, WotC. Our final preview for today, hopefully, comes from Vice President of Global Brand Strategy and Marketing, Elaine Chase. Capture a Vizier of Poisons is a mythic 2/2 legendary human cleric for black-green that says whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. And whenever you put 1 or more -1/-1 counters on a creature, create a 1/1 green snake creature token with Death Touch. As a final note, many viewers on our channel have provided feedback about our Magic Online videos, saying that they do not prefer the pre-recorded matches with commentary over them. Starting this week, we will be moving back to the live match commentary on all of our Magic Online videos. That's our show for today, April 6th. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with all the latest Magic news and strategy. I'm Jeremy Knoll, and this has been Split Second.